The problem in Nigeria needs change of attitude.
Section 68, Sub 1 and 109, Sub 1 of the 1999 Constitution, as amended, dwells only on defection as it relates to legislators and is silence on those of the members of the executive arm of government.
Unfortunately, the Constitution did not help matters because these things ought to have been restricted to a large extent.
The leadership of these sectors now rests on the shoulders of just one man, Babatunde Raji Fashola. Being a guest on Good Morning Nigeria on Monday, the minister emphasized the need for a national housing agreement to guarantee national standardization of the housing scheme, as well as consistency of application of policies made by different governments in these major sectors. The minister also talked about the recent tariff charge
Taking cognizance of the commitment of the present administration to using science, technology, and innovation for socio-economic development, UNIDO says it is ready to consolidate on the past relationship as it has
Nigerian on the job opportunity creation.
We used to see a situation where all of these employment agencies are brought together so that
two successfully out of the 8 goals, and the 2 goals are in the area of maternal mortality rates as well as
Coming up after the network news in place of PowerLink. Don't miss it. Petroleum Minister on pipeline vandalism as Information Minister seeks telecom operator support. We now join Vera in Lagos for details and other news. Vera, it is over to you.
The scar left on the shelter of those who secure these pipelines tell the story of criminals bent on to continue this act. In Lagos, Abdullah Mohammed, NTA News.
The Federal High Court sitting in Lagos
continues to provide children and use the platform to express their understanding of the world they live in, their vision of what it should be, as well as their dreams and fantasies through painting and literary arts.
Literary icon and Nobel laureate Professor Wole Soyinka also speaks on the theme of the competition.
I wanted to enlarge
McMera International Agency and diversion of revenue accruing to federal government into private pocket. In the charge, the accused were also alleged to have conspired and induced McMera International Agency to deliver the same sum to them to be used for offsetting a fraudulent import finance facility scheme. The case, which has
and other information from their client, but prosecution counsel objected. Presiding judge, however, overruled the objection.
We had hoped that the media trial had been going on for a long time, that they were going to come here to tell us about the arms deal and possibly bring evidence of arms he purchased or ordered or failed to supply to the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Instead, what we saw was a display of lack of evidence.
Live together, brothers and sisters. Though we speak different languages and celebrate different cultures, we were still one Nigeria. There was no bombing, there was no kidnapping, and our children were not cultists. Now, we suspect one another that there are spreads of cultism, bombing, and kidnapping. How long shall this go on? Terrorism is alien. Bombing and kidnapping. How long shall this go on? Terrorism is alien. Kidnapping is criminal. Cultism. Nigeria is a blessed country.
You're watching NTA Nationwide. Presidential Committee on Small Arms holds sensitization forum as cattle rustlers now turn to kidnapping. We now join Suleiman in our Kaduna studios for details. Hello, Suleiman, it is over to you.
Thank you very much, Ronke, and welcome to Kaduna. Appropriate legal framework and synergy between Nigeria and international organizations, as well as instituting an amnesty program, are necessary in tackling the proliferation of weapons in the country. This was the submission of the Presidential Committee on Small Arms and Light Weapons at a sensitization forum for the Northwest Zone in Kaduna. Tina Toro reports.
Though statistics are sketchy, it is estimated that about 3 million small arms and light weapons are in circulation in Nigeria, attributing it to the increase in crime rates and insurgency. To address this problem, the Presidential Committee on Small Arms and Light Weapons organized a sensitization forum to enlighten the public on the dangers this portends. The committee noted that small arms and light weapons find their way into the country through porous borders, while some are fabricated locally. Hence, it is working to curb the menace.
We started with the effort to see that the Firearms Act is repealed and a new one brought into place. We organized collaborative ventures with international organizations.
All hands on deck, as the theme implies, speakers at the forum say is key in tackling the problem associated with the proliferation of small arms and light weapons, and are calling on Nigerians to join the fight by giving out useful information.
The Presidential Committee on Small Arms is conducting a national survey to enable us to ascertain the true figure and also to ascertain the impact of small arms and light weapons proliferation in Nigeria, zone by zone. We need concerted efforts by everybody. It's not something we leave for government alone.
One of the things we are calling for is the amnesty for the arms that will be moved. And I think that it is the support of the people within the region that will produce that and put together the program for amnesty.
In Kaduna, Tina Turu, NTA News.
Residents of Giwa local government area of Kaduna State have continued to express worry over the activities of armed bandits in the area, calling on the state government to take necessary action to eliminate their nefarious activities. Sagir Muhammad Awal has the details.
Giwa local government area has over the years been grappling with the problem of cattle rustling, but with joint intervention of governors of Kaduna, Zamfara, Kebbi and Sokoto states, camps of the suspected rustlers were destroyed. After the disperse of the rustlers, the bandits suddenly changed to kidnap of people in the area.
It seems those people that were dispersed from the forest are the people that are going back into their various communities, particularly around here, and making life miserable.
Recently, Kadage village was thrown into mourning following the kidnap and assassination of the village head of the area, Malam Murtala Hayatu, by these bandits, a situation that created anxiety among the residents of the area. People in the area called on the state government to re-strategize and control the excesses of the bandits. that reside in the surrounding forest in Giwa and Kamuku forest in Birnungwari local government area.
The government can only assist us if they take note of what we are doing and they stop those agents of theirs who are not willing to assist the people.
Coordinator Operation Yagi, a security outfit in the state, Yakubu Yusuf Soja, said they are aware of the activities of kidnappers in the areas.
We are using 3 helicopters in this general area. We have deployed our men in Giwa. Since last week, Tuesday, we are in Giwa, and since then we have not received any single report.
He reiterated the commitment of the security in the fight against criminal elements in the state. In Zaria, I'm Sagir Muhammad Awal, NTA News.
Still on security, the Commissioner of Police, Kaduna State Command, Umar Usman Shehu, has urged newly promoted Assistant Superintendents of Police to be alive to their responsibilities. Umar Shehu stated this during the decoration of the officers at the Police Command Headquarters, Kaduna. Muhammad Lol Baba completes this story.
The police commissioner said with the transformation going on in the Nigeria police under the Inspector General of Police, Solomon Arase, promotion is given premium, especially for those who are committed in their assigned responsibilities. The commissioner urged the newly promoted officers to brace up as they are going to be shouldered with additional responsibilities.
There's nothing new to them, it's only additional responsibility given to them. So they have to change their attitude to work. And I believe the selection we made, they're up to the task.
84 inspectors were promoted to the rank of Assistant Superintendent of Police. Some of the newly promoted officers speak.
We need the support of the members of the public, at least to give the information to the police, because at least police are not magicians. It is through the effort of the community that we can be able to cope up with the situation of the country.
We need the support of everyone so that we work together.
We are ready to accept additional responsibility challenges, especially considering the security situation of the country.
The newly promoted ASPs were drawn from different formations. In Kaduna, Muhammad Lawal Baba, NTA News.
And that does it from Kaduna. It's back to you, Ronke, for more on Nationwide. Good afternoon.
Thank you, Suleiman, for that contribution. Lack of proper knowledge among people and some health personnel is said to be responsible for the increasing cases of leprosy disease in Africa. This formed part of speeches at a sensitization workshop ahead of the 2016 World Leprosy Day celebration organized by the Federal Ministry of Health in collaboration with the Leprosy Mission Nigeria. Reginatu Adam Said has the report.
Leprosy is one of the most critical public health challenges in Africa. Due to superstitious belief and stigma, it remains one of the most dreaded diseases that isolate and bring shame to its victims. Many people believe that leprosy no longer exists, but the bad news is every 2 minutes someone is diagnosed with leprosy, says the World Health Organization.
It is unfounded. People like that need to be helped and not to be discriminated against, because they do not have any harm.
The foundation did support the national program to develop tools in monitoring the progress in the implementation of leprosy control in Nigeria.
Of utmost concern to the Nigerian government is the number of new cases of leprosy, particularly among children.
Stigma and discrimination against persons affected by leprosy and their families are still a major challenge in Nigeria and beyond.
It is against this backdrop that the Nigerian government developed a national leprosy strategic plan spanning 2016 to 2020, which is meant to support the implementation of appropriate plan to improve case reduction and treatment. In Abuja, Murjana to Adam Said, NTA News.
Time now to join Amaze in our Benin Network Center for more reports on Nationwide. Amaze, it is good to see you.
It's good to see you, Ronke. Welcome to Benin.
Appeal court judges in Benin are expressing concern over the deplorable state of facilities in the court as well as access to it. They say the situation is working against the quick dispensation of justice. Lawrence Oguche has the details.
A senior advocate of Nigeria, Chief Thompson Okpoko, who spoke on behalf of the management of court of appeal in Benin, told journalists that lack of access road linking the two courts has left the workers and persons seeking legal services to hardship. He said since 2013 a contract was approved for the renovation of the court, but wondered why the contractor is yet to return to site.
The state of the court halls, the two court halls in Benin are bad, really bad, so bad that even court 2 cannot house a dog. When the rains were on, you would have seen what the premises looks like.
The court also debunked a report saying that the judges in Benin have been sacked over corruption. Recalled some time ago that during rainy season, the access road off the Benin-Auchi axis that links the two courts was overtaken by weeds and flood. In Benin, Lawrence Oguche, NTA News.
A journalist in Edo State and a special assistant to Governor Adams Oshomole on media, John Miyaki, and journalists from various media houses haven't taken a tour of some government projects in Benin City, say they are satisfied with what is on ground. Agatha Egwaroji reports.
The tour of the road projects started in the GRA. Failed portions on Agwabasimi and boundary roads have been fixed, just as Ihama Road by the legislators' quarters, Akionbari Junction by Ihama, Obayeweka Junction and Uwenui Street have also been repaired. On Saple Road, construction of the Radiawa Street that links Sapomba Road has also commenced. Side drains and sand filling of 26 other adjoining streets in the area gives an indication that they have been earmarked for construction. Of the 26 link roads, 6 have been completed.
There's only one road that leads to this place. The rest are blocked. But now, there are thoroughfare everywhere. You can move from one street to another easily.
So it's a great work here done.
Democracy is in Nigeria. I've seen it practically.
The tour also took the journalists to the Second East Circular Road under construction. Work on the side drains and an underground drain is in progress.
The idea is just to see that we appreciate government and encourage people to encourage government to continue to work.
The special assistant on media says he believes that Governor Shomole should be celebrated and given a pat on the back for doing well. In Benin, Agatha Egwaroji, NTA News.
The Edo State People's Democratic Party, PDP, has put smiles on the faces of widows in the state as the chairman of the party, Chief Dan Orbih, accompanied by some other leaders, distributed rice to them. Bukola Orubusi reports.
The event was graced by top notchers of the party from across the state, including Senator Matthew Roide, Mr. Johnson Agbonaima, PDP governorship aspirants, and other leaders of the party. The state party chairman, Chief Orbih, said the PDP places premium on the well-being of the people, adding that the gesture is a continuous process, as scholarship and bursary will be given to deserving students in the course of the year.
For us in PDP, we believe widows, not only in Edo State, but in the nation, they deserve our love, they deserve our care, and they deserve our support.
For those who need Medicare, PDP has been fending for them. Those who have not been able to pay school fees, PDP has been fending for them.
Some of the beneficiaries said the gesture has alleviated their suffering.
We are people too. Happy where we said we feel happiness now, we're happy.
Over 100 widows from across the state benefited from the largesse. In Benin, Bukola Orubusi, NTA News.
That report concludes the offering in Benin. It's back to you, Ronke. Good afternoon.
Thank you so much, Amaze. The Archbishop of Abuja, John Cardinal Onayekon, has advised Nigerians to devote themselves to prayer for the nation to achieve the desired peace, unity and progress. He gave the advice at the special service to mark the end of the consecrated life in Nigeria. Basi Ita Ikwan was there for NTA News.
Pope Francis in 2014, at the first Sunday of Advent, declared the year of the consecrated for Reverend Fathers and Sisters the world over to reflect on the essence of their calling. The celebration ended on the feast of the presentation of Jesus in the temple on January 23, 2016. To mark the first in Nigeria, the consecrated marched round major streets in Abuja to create awareness in the faithfuls for the prayers in line with the theme.
Taking the vows of poverty, chastity, and obedience, and who live in a community that is properly recognized by the church.
They have celebrated us parish by parish to make us to feel that we are like flower in the church.
Nana Asanturaki, a Nigerian Muslim who also led in the prayer session, stressed the need for Christians and Muslims to live in harmony.
We should stay in peace. We want peace and nothing but peace.
The consecrated presented their symbols at the celebration.
And now the need for Nigerians to support efforts of the present administration at revamping the country's educational system has been stressed. An educationist, China Nwayawu, stated this at the unveiling of the logo by the Old Boys Association of the Federal Government College Warri, Delta State, as part of activities marking the association's Golden Jubilee. Patricia Esami-Luba has the details.
The educationist, Chinya Nwayawu, reflected on what the public schools were years back and their state at the moment in terms of facilities and quality of students produced. He said it is evident that the Nigerian government alone cannot shoulder the responsibility of addressing the poor state of education in the country. He therefore underscored the need for groups and wealthy individuals to support government at all levels towards resuscitating education.
So quality education from the foundation level, primary and secondary, is critical. And we think that a celebration like this is an opportunity for us to have a reflection and think and develop an agenda for the federal government.
Chinya Nwayawu, who is the president of the Old Boys Association of the Federal Government College Warri, Delta State, said the association plans to raise funds for the development and rehabilitation of infrastructure in their alma mater.
Some damages that happened to Nigeria also happened to the school. And it is time for us to go back to the school and see what we can do. We're not going to leave it for government alone.
He advised wealthy individuals to inject their money in the revamping of public schools instead of sending their wards abroad for studies. Patricia Esami-Luba, NTA News.
Sokoto Network Center is where we go next. Fatih is our guide. Hello, Fatih.
Hello, Ronke. You're welcome to Sokoto. Over 500 beneficiaries of Conditional Cash Transfer Scheme under the Millennium Development Goals Project in Ilela local government area of Sokoto State have been presented exit allowance of the program. During the occasion, Governor Aminu Waziri Tambol has restated the commitment of the state government towards execution of more projects that will empower people across the state. Muhammad Nasir has the details.
The Conditional Cash Transfer is a project co-funded by federal, state and local government with the aim of reducing poverty and empowering people to be self-reliant, especially rural communities. In Sokoto State, 4,550 people benefited with the program in several local governments. Governor Aminu Waziri Tambol restated government commitment to create some more avenues of empowering youth and women in the state. He said an in-depth analysis is currently on rural communities under the Sustainable Development Goals in stated area of needs. The governor called on the beneficiaries to support government by enrolling their wards to schools, which is the main target of the project.
The Conditional Cash Transfer project has been a success story in Sokoto State through reducing poverty in our rural communities, particularly among women, increasing the rate of primary school enrollment, especially of rural poor households, as well as breaking the silence of our poor community members.
Commissioner of Budget and Economic Planning, Bala Kokani, and Director of Local Government and Community Development, Maner Muhammad Dan said all the 575 beneficiaries in the area have shown commitment and benefited with the 5,000 naira monthly allowance for 12 months. Each beneficiary collected 40,000 naira cash as exit allowance. In Sokoto, Muhammad Nasir, NTA News.
Sultan Muhammad Saad Abubakar III has advocated for enhanced working relationship between traditional institutions and security agencies in the country. The Sultan made the remark while receiving the new Assistant Inspector General of Police in charge of Zone 10, Tambari Muhammad Yabu. JB Ibrahim Ilele Dabore has the report.
And said such relationship will go a long way in addressing security challenges in the country. The monarch also underscored the importance of Police Community Relations Committee in tackling security problems in the society and tasked the committee to intensify efforts in sensitizing the public to always provide the police with useful information on matters of security. The Sultan assured the new AIG of his council's support at all times. He described idleness, poverty and greediness are the factors responsible for unprecedented crime in the zone. The new AIG Zone 10 assured to work assiduously with stakeholders in security issues and preventing crimes in the states that make up the zone.
We intend to carry everybody along, including the press, in our effort to make sure that we fight crimes to the barest minimum.
Tambari Muhammad Yabu therefore called on all to cooperate with the police in their quest of securing lives and property. In Sokoto, Jabilela Daburi, NTA News.
As our contribution from Sokoto, Ronke is back to you.
Thank you, Fati. We now join Amanzi Marcus on Sports Update.
Nigerian Super Eagles have arrived in the Rwandan city of Rubavu in continuation of the Championship of African Nations group matches. The Super Eagles need a draw on Tuesday against Guinea to progress to the quarterfinals from Group C, having earned 4 points from 2 matches. The 2 matches for Tuesday will be played simultaneously.
If they can play the way they played the past 2 games, you understand, they should put the zeal and play very well so that they will win the competition.
That match between Nigeria and Guinea, we are going to defeat them. But personally, we all know that Nigeria were the giant of Africa.
Flamboyant Frenchman Gaël Monfils has qualified to the quarterfinals of the Australian Open in Melbourne after a strong battle against unseeded Russian Andrei Kuznetsov. Monfils won in an entertaining 7-5, 3-6, 6-3, 7-6 triumph over Kuznetsov. In the women's category, German number 7 seed Angelique Kerber defeated her compatriot Annika Beck in a 6-4, 6-love victory. Victoria Azarenka returns to the Australia Open quarterfinals after a stretch sets win against Barbora Strikova in a 6-2, 6-4 victory. Meanwhile, Adidas, the IAAF's biggest sponsor, is to terminate its sponsorship deal 4 years early. The sportswear giant informed IAAF of its decision, understood to be a direct result of the doping scandal sweeping the sports. This means the IAAF will lose millions of dollars from the lost sponsorship deal. With Sports News Update, Amanzi Marcus, NTA News.
Sports Update runs off nationwide on NTA Network Service. We thank you for joining us. Ronke Kolawole is my name. Do join us for more report at 7 and the network news at 9. Good evening.